to have that first, hey, this is the new face of cowgirl basketball. This is the new kind of era.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, anytime we can get in front of people, we want to do that. I so believe in my brand and cowgirl basketball, our cowgirl basketball brand, and so just to get that out and let people see that is really important for me.
A couple of weeks into practice now, what are some things that have stood out about the team?
What stood out about our team, I think, is we got a very mature group. So we've got 5 fifth years who just have a tremendous amount of experience, and it's really been fun for me to get to coach that experience. They pick up on things quickly. They're smart. They understand what it takes to win at this level. So I really haven't had to coach effort or anything like that, that some coaches maybe are battling early in the preseason. And we've been very consistent. I've been very proud of that. Still have a lot to work on, but I really love the way we're trending right now.
You obviously got to know them over the summer and stuff, but were there some nerves in the first practice where you didn't necessarily know what you were going to get?
I think that the summer definitely helped, and we've got a group that's just so ready to play games, including myself, and so it's just kind of like, okay, finally we've got this first practice, and that means that we're a step closer. So more excitement than nerves, I would say. But they are a group that they want to perform well all the time, and they take great pride in that. And so those nerves crept in a little bit, but not too much.
How nice is that to kind of have a senior-heavy group, if you will, kind of in your first year here?
It's amazing. It's something that I do not take for granted. I've coached teams that have a bunch of freshmen or underclassmen, and to have their experience, like I said, is just, it helps so much with maturity, and you're not having to coach things that just maybe younger players don't quite understand because they haven't gone through it.
Coach, you got to bring Landry and Naomi alongside you. How has that transition helped you be a part of this group movement?
It has expedited the process times 100. I am so thankful for those two, and I love our whole team, right? But they just bring just that experience and voice that they know I expect. They've helped with just laying our foundation quicker, and you think of all the new things that comes with the new coaching staff, whether that's terminology or new drills or plays or whatever that is. And so to have, especially Mimi, we call her, out there on the floor, just taking what I say, but then actually doing it and putting that into play, that makes a big difference. So they've been really crucial pieces for me.
How have you gone about creating that culture for the team?
Well, like I said, I'm really thankful. Everyone who came here, when they signed those papers, they knew what they were coming for. So it was really, it has been easy for me to just have that buy-in from the jump, because that all started in the recruiting process. But like I said, we got a group that's hungry and ready to make things happen here.
What were you you added 4 transfers, I think, over the summer. What were you kind of looking for in the portal, and did you get what you wanted out of the portal?
Mm-hmm. Well, we were just looking to build a roster, to be honest. I mean, we had a lot of reloading to do. It was really important for us to get players who have had success at a high level, and we certainly did that. It was important for us to get players who want to win and understand making sacrifices personally to help, for the sake of the team winning. And just a group of players who are ready for a rebuild. And not everybody wants that, A lot of players, they want to go in and say, well, I want to, play for a conference championship this year. We're not quite there yet, right? But there are people who want to be the starters of that, and we definitely were able to find that.
Whether it was the portal or your future recruits, what has been the differences in recruiting at the high major level versus the mid-major level?
I would say really there's not a big difference other than just the obvious talent level, the size of the bodies, the athleticism. But I think I've been pleasantly surprised at this level. Maybe the difference is just that the expectations are higher of themselves, and they're more hungry to compete at the highest level. And so with that, maybe you don't have to coach some of those other things that you had to where I was at before. But overall, I mean, we're looking for the same types of kids, right? Kids who want to win, kids who love to compete and hate to lose.
What are you kind of looking to get out of your first year? You said, kind of mentioned the rebuild.
Mm-hmm.
What are your expectations for your first year with the program?
Yeah, I mean, we just want to lay an unshakable foundation. That's the biggest thing for us with our culture, how we play, how we compete, how we love each other and go to war for each other. That's super important for us just to get it started. But we want to win too. I mean, do not get me wrong. Like we're coming in here because we want to win as well. And I think that we're gonna like where we end up when it's all said and done.
Do you kind of have any remembrance? You were at K-State for a little bit, right?
I was,
Do you kind
yeah.
of have any remembrance of maybe like playing Oklahoma State or kind of what's it feel
Yeah.
like to be back in the Big
It's
12?
so funny you asked that because I was looking through some old pictures on my phone today, and I came across a picture of me as an assistant at K-State on this bench right here where the visitors sit. And my memory is that I hated playing here. It was always really loud and it was hot. It was a tough environment to come into. And so now I'm super excited to, get to be the one to create that environment and make it even better.
The preseason poll, I believe, came out last week. I think you guys were ninth.
Mm-hmm.
Do you use that as motivation? Do you care at all? Kind of what are your views on preseason?
It would be really easy to use that as motivation. We're not using it as much as you might think. We're more so attacking it from an angle of we know what we're capable of, we know what we're doing and building here every day, and it's really not so much about proving other people wrong as much as proving ourselves right.
For you, Jacie, does Stillwater feel like home yet?
Oh my gosh, it felt like home from day one. I mean, it really has. I love our fan base. I love this community. I can't imagine being a part of a family that is more approachable, more warm, more accepting than this community right here. So really from day one, it's felt like home. And as you know, I'm a small town girl, right? So I'm kind of used to the smaller setting, but I think that it's so special for me because it does feel so much like home that I'm that much more passionate about wanting to build this thing into something that everyone can be really proud of.